We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Christopher Dunn has it teed up, ready to get started. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mahomes to throw once more. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 28 yards. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much
space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their time.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd down and 13. Here's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. 2nd down, Jackson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mark Andrews from a yard out. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Done good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after 1. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Mahomes now to throw. They'll roll him out right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. And that's out quickly to Chase. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Raiders! Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Tyler, but I think the ball's out. And it looked like he was able to get it back. Yes, he was. So a big return, nearly derailed by a fumble, but they will indeed get it 1st and 10.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example of that.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
He's across midfield. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier. This had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. 2nd down and 6 now. Now it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw again is Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Out to his left. Open man downfield is Chase. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Mahomes. They'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Tyler Lockett. Room to run at the 50. And they're going to be set up beautifully. A heck of a return down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. call that a very strong gain of 24.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Now Jackson on second down. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Jackson looking to throw on third. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson on 1st down. Into space at the 45. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Again, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kwity Paye able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they got a chance here to open up this lead.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
On second down, here's Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. That is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
It's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Jalen Hyatt, 67 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Done good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Mahomes again. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And this time he will get in. Touchdown Raiders. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Mahomes now to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got room to roam. And finally wrestled down at the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. DeForest Buckner. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And they work this out past the 25. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now Jackson back into his end zone. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. DeForest Buckner, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Pat Freiermuth, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now down for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. One last shot for Jackson. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And how about this? Viva Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Raiders on top of the football world as they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways.